Happy Friday. We made it through another week, huh? I'm going to try the flow that I tried to do on Monday. So adding on, it will be kind of a ladder flow where we'll move through vinyasa style, breath to breath, but we'll add on a little move every time and take it once on the right, once on the left. Every time I reach a new movement, we'll hold it for several breaths, 4 or 5, so we can really kind of settle into that and get a feel for it. And then we'll move on to the next movement. We're going to start on our backs, warming up the hips. So meet me on your mat. And arriving on the mat, we'll bring the feet together and the knees out wide and just pause here in Baddha Konasana. So this can be kind of intense in some bodies. So if this is just too much in the muscles of the inner thigh, feel free to bring your blocks out here. And you usually have to kind of angle them a bit to support. Or you decide, or you can just bring your feet to the mat and keep your knees bent. Just breathe. In through the nose and out through the nose. So I've told you before that the exhale calms the nervous system and the inhale is energizing. The exhale massages the parasympathetic nervous system, the vagal nerve. And the inhale, the sympathetic nervous system. So it's kind of yin and yang. It's that balance of energy. So with every in-breath, every out-breath, it's just a rebalance of the nervous system. But knowing what we know about the effects of the inhale, the effects of the exhale, you can help to balance the nervous system on your own if it's out of balance. Maybe you're anxious, maybe you're feeling sluggish. You can use the breath to help bring balance. Take 3 more breaths here. No hurry. Unhurried breaths, just in its natural state. Like saying good morning to your breath. One more. Now, if you're using blocks, take them away. And extend the legs long. Bring your hands to the top of your pelvis, right here, where the soft waist part begins. As you inhale, lift the low back. And as you exhale, press the low back down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, press the low back down. 2 more. Pelvic tilting. One more. And now bring the pelvis back to neutral, bend the knees again. We'll come into a bit of a bridge now, so it's early. Let's tuck the shoulder blades first, palms face the earth. As you inhale, lift. Reach the knees away. Feel that stretch in the front of the thighs, the quadriceps. As you exhale, take your hands to your pelvis again and invite the tailbone to tuck and the back to flatten as you come down. As you inhale, lift the pelvis and tuck the pubic bone. Send the pubic bone down towards the mat. So bringing a little more movement to the spine. Moving into flexion and extension with a bit of a focus in the lumbar spine, the low back. 2 more. Last one. And bring your arms out to the sides, away from you, wherever's comfortable. Palms up perhaps now. Open the right knee out to the right, and then we'll come into a number 4. Push the right knee away. Keep that action and lift the thighs towards you, just using the legs. Do some circles through the left ankle, wiggling through the toes. Now extend the left leg up long, and if you want to deepen this, lace your fingers behind the left thigh. Keep pushing the right knee away. You can even walk the hands up to the calf or beyond if you've got that flexibility in the left leg. And point the foot and flex the foot. Opening up the hips. Now float it down, unwind, take the second side. Push the left knee away. Keep the left foot flexed, lift the thighs just with the power of the legs. Do some circles through the right ankle now. Wiggle those toes. Now reach up with the right heel. Keep pushing the left knee away. Maybe you want a little more in the back of the leg. You should be able to keep that leg straight without straining the back. So if you feel the back straining, just lower the leg a bit until you can extend the leg long. You'll find the limit of your hamstrings. Now float those knees down. Inhale, take a long good morning stretch. On an exhale, draw the knees in, do some circling through the hips, but nice and slow so we can find the range of motion, lubricate the joint spaces of the hips. We'll be using the hips a lot in this today. I read an article and they said motion is joint lotion. I like that. So we're lotioning up the joint spaces with our range of motion. And truly that's the way we keep them hydrated. Let's take a happy baby, wherever you're at with that this morning. And then move a little here, left and right. With a focus on the thighs, on the hips, on the legs. Stretching out the tightness and lubricating the joints. Now draw the knees into the chest and let's rock up to a seated position and right on over to table. I think I'll turn this way. Let me move my blocks out of the way. I don't think that'll be in the way. So fingers point forward to begin with. Let's do some cat-cow. You know how to do that. So all those joint spaces in the vertebral column get a little joint lotion now. And then a little jump rope to the spine. Maybe one way and then the other. And coming to stillness, spread the fingers wide, push into the mat, and let's shift forward on an inhale and back on an exhale. And forward on an inhale and back on an exhale. So lots going on here, but wrists are my focus for this movement. Now come back to table and flip your right wrist, and no weight here. We're just going to flip, take a little counter stretch. You can even try to make a fist here. And then second side flip. See if you can make a fist. Now turn your fingers out, left and right, so the inner wrists face each other. Kind of sway here left and right, and then maybe some circling. No pain, so don't take this to a place of pain. And now turn the hands so the fingers point towards your knees. This is a little more intense. You can lessen the intensity by walking the hands closer. See how far out you can get this and get a good stretch. Then you can shift back a bit with control. A little counter stretch and all those hard-working muscles of the fingers and the wrists and palm. And then back to table. Let's tuck the toes. Take a nice slow lift into a down dog. And let's wiggle here. Find space, find sensation, and then find stillness. Walking the feet wide to the left and right edges of the mat, and then step it forward about the length of your feet. You can keep your knees bent as much as you need to. Take the left hand underneath you to the right shin and twist. Looking underneath the right arm. Unwind, take the second side twist. Look under the left arm this time. Unwind. Come up onto your fingertips, bend your knees a lot, and we're going to walk our hands to our feet. As you arrive, come up in the high squat, so a light touch, forearms to thighs. Fingertips touch lightly. Now reach through the crown of the head and through the tailbone at the same time, lengthening through the spine. Pull the feet away from each other without letting them move, like you're trying to split your mat in half lengthwise. You'll feel more support of the low back and more space between the sit bones. Take the hands behind the calf muscles, bow forward, and then lift the sit bones. Stretching out the backs of the legs. Soften through the hips. And straighten. And soften. We'll do one more. And straighten. Bend the knees a bit here. Let your arms hang like elephant trunks. Let your head hang. Knees bent a lot. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Keep pulling those feet away from each other. That supports the back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Come to the top of the mat, finding mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet hip distance. Sway around here. Feel the feet. Lift around. And I think I've told you before, I'm really liking moving my hands at the same time. I'm moving my feet and my wrists and my ankles and my toes and my fingers. Inviting the feet to mimic the movement of the hands, increasing that dexterity. All right, on an inhale, swing your arms up. Bring the hands together. Exhale, bring the hands home to the heart. Inhale, lift your prayer again. Exhale, soften through the knees, swan dive forward. Lift halfway on your inhale, reaching through the crown, through the tail. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, pull the feet away from each other, swing your arms out and up. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soft knees, swan dive forward. Lift halfway. This time, let's step back and plank. Drop the knees. With control, come to the belly. Keep the chin tucked. On an inhale, baby cobra. Unfurl the head last. Do two more of these. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Tuck the toes, lift into plank, and down dog. Tightrope right up the center of the mat, little teeny tiny steps, feeling all of the movement, all of the sensation in the feet. Arrive with your feet under the hips, bend the knees a lot, let your arms hang, let your head hang, keeping the knees bent, round up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Let's do two more Surya A, sun breath A. We'll go a little faster. Inhale and exhale, fold. Lift halfway, step back and plank. Find your way to your belly. 3 baby cobra, or maybe a little higher into a high cobra. 3. Pressing back up into plank, down dog. Big steps forward this time. Arrive on an inhale, lift halfway, fold on an exhale. Swing your arms out and up, hands to heart. Inhale, lift your prayer. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Step back and plank. Come to the belly. Lift up into high cobra, maybe up dog. Come back down, tuck the toes, plank, down dog. Big steps forward, maybe start with the other leg. Lift halfway, fold, pull the feet away from each other, swing your arms out and up. Exhale, hands home to the heart. All right, so we're gonna start our ladder flow. As a reminder, there is a chair pose in this, and typically I'll have you bring your feet close together for chair, but for this one, the feet will remain hip distance apart, and you'll kind of see why when we get there. Inhale, swing your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift your prayer. Exhale, fold forward. Your hands can come to blocks or the mat. Step back with the right foot. We're staying in a lunge. We're going to stay folded in our lunge. And hold this for 3 breaths. Step back in plank. If you've got your hands on blocks, you can keep them there. We're going to come into our back bend, so I'm just going to lift into an up dog. Tuck the toes, down dog. You can keep your hands on blocks if they're there. Step it forward, arriving on an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swing the arms out and up. Hands home to heart. Second side, lift your prayer. Swan dive forward, lift halfway. Step back with the left foot, ball of the foot. We're going to stay folded in this lunge. 3 more breaths. Now this time we're going to step it forward. So step forward with the left foot, arrive on an inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Swing the arms out and up. Hands home to the heart. Adding on, inhale and exhale, fold. Lift and lengthen. Hands to blocks or to the mat. Step back with the right foot. We're going to rise up now in Crescent Lunge. Hands to heart, lift your prayer. Hold here for 3 breaths. Bring the foot with the hands, step back in plank. Find your back bend. Down dog. Step it forward. Arrive on an inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Swing the arms out and up. Hands to heart, second side, inhale. And fold. Lift halfway. Step back with the left. Lift up into high crescent lunge, hands to heart, and then lift the prayer, 3 breaths. Frame the foot, we're stepping forward this time, arriving on an inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Swing your arms out and up. Hands to heart. Adding on, inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Step back with the right. High crescent lunge. And bring your hands to heart. We'll take this into a twist. So right elbow to the top or outside of the left knee. Let's hold this for 3. Unwind, frame the foot. Find a back bend, or you can just meet me in down dog. Step it forward, arriving on an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, arms out and up. Hands to heart. Lift the prayer, fold. Lift halfway, step back left. High crescent lunge. Hands to heart, twist. Hold for 3. Unwind, frame the foot, step it forward, arriving on an inhale, lifting and lengthening halfway. Fold, Arms out and up. Hands to heart. Adding on. Lift your prayer. Fold. Lift halfway. Step back right. High crescent lunge. Lifting the prayer. Hands to heart. Twist. Now we're stepping forward in a twisted chair, but feet hip distance apart. And hold for 3. Unwind, step back in plank, or meet me in down dog. You can take a back bend here, and then down dog. Step forward, arrive on an inhale. Fold forward, pull the feet away from each other, arms out and up. Hands to heart, second side inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Step back left. Rise up in high crescent lunge. Twist your lunge. Step forward in a twisted chair. 3 breaths here. Now we've already got our feet at the top of the mat, so let's just unwind, lift and lengthen halfway, and fold forward, pull the arms out and up. And exhale the hands home to the heart. Adding on, inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift and lengthen. Step back with the right. Rise up in high crescent lunge. Twist the lunge. Step forward in twisted chair. Now feet are under the hips. I'm going to drop my right hand to the mat. You can bring a block under your hand. And reach up with the left. Breathe. Unwind, stepping back in plank or moving right into down dog. Find your back bend if you're moving through vinyasa with me. Down dog. Step forward, arrive on an inhale. Lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Pull the feet away from each other, arms out and up. Hands home to the heart, second side inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Step back with the left foot. High crescent lunge. Twist your lunge. Step forward in a twisted chair. Drop the left hand. Lift up with the right. Hold for 3. We're already at the top of the mat. On an inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pull the feet away from each other. Exhale, hands home to the heart. Pause here. We'll hold for about 3 breaths. Letting the body, the heart rate, the respiratory rate catch up. A little bit of a brisk flow this morning. So now we're going to take this twisted chair with the arms open and step back again in that twisted lunge. So hands to heart. Lift your prayer. Fold. Lift halfway. Step back with the right foot. Rise up in high crescent lunge. Twist your lunge. Step forward in a twisted chair. Open the arms, step back with the right foot again. Breathe. Frame the foot, step back in plank, or just head right to down dog. Find your back bend, downward facing dog. Step it forward. I'm going to adjust my mat again. They're separating. Arrive on an inhale, fold on an exhale. Arms out and up, hands to heart. Here we go, second side inhale, exhale. Halfway lift, step back with the left, high crescent lunge. Twist your lunge. Step forward into twisted chair. Open the arms, step back with the left foot again, hold for 3. Unwind, step it forward, arrive on an inhale, lift and lengthen, fold on an exhale, arms out and up. Exhale the hands home to the heart. We have a couple more things to add on. Inhale, exhale, lift halfway, step back with the right, rise up in a high crescent lunge. Twist your lunge. Step forward in twisted chair. Open the arms. Step back with the right foot. Now lift in this twist. Arms wide. Hold for 3. Cartwheel the arms around. Plank to your back bend. To down dog. Step it forward. Arrive on an inhale. Exhale, fold, arms out and up, hands to heart. Second side, inhale, exhale, lift halfway, left foot back, rise up in high crescent lunge. Twist your lunge, step forward in twisted chair, unwind the arms, step back with the left foot, rise up in a twist. Hold for 3. Cartwheel the arms around as you step forward with the left foot, arriving on an inhale. Exhale, fold, arms out and up. Exhale, hands home to heart. Let's add on one more thing. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Step back with the right. Rise up in high crescent lunge. Twist your lunge. Step forward in a twisted chair. Open up the arms. Step back with the right foot. Rise up. Now drop the left hand down and forward. We're going to windmill your arms to open into warrior 2 to the right. Palms face the earth. Take your gaze down the left fingertips. Breathe. Let's take a peaceful warrior while we're here. And then just for kicks to kind of take the hips in a different direction, straighten that front leg, find Prasarada. So we're facing right edge of the mat. Then let's open out into Goddess. A nice squat. Arms up. Drop the arms into Goddess. We'll hold this for 5 breaths. Up into Star. We're going to Prasarada the feet again. Now open back to warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms down to frame the foot. Step back and plank. Find your back bend. Find your down dog. And step it forward. Arrive on an inhale. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Second side. Then we'll come down for some seated work. Inhale. And exhale. Lift halfway. Step back left. Rise up. High crescent lunge. Twist your lunge. Step forward, twisted chair. Unwind those arms. Step back in a twisted lunge that you're lifting into. Now cartwheel, windmill the arms around so you can come into warrior 2 facing the left. And hold. Let's take a peaceful warrior here. Warrior 2. Hands to hips, straighten the front leg. Prasarada facing the left edge of the mat. And then right away into Goddess. So turning the toes out, dropping the hips down, swinging the arms up, and dropping your elbows. And while we're holding Goddess, let's Move the arms a bit, so bring the forearms forward to touch. Inhale, open. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hold. Up into star. Hands to hips. Prasarada. 2. Warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms. Let's come to the belly. And stay there in crocodile. So I think I did it this time. You can rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Bend your knees. And start to windshield wiper shins. Maybe even circle the shins. Just make sure the back, the hips, goes along for the ride, releasing the lumbar spine. And then float the shins down to the mat. And breathe. Just let it go. Let's hold this for 8 breaths. Every exhale, we'll deepen a little more into this. Release, relax, melting down into the support of the earth. Use that exhale. Bring that yin energy on board. Softening with the exhale. Triggering the relaxation response. So the muscles will relax with this, the muscles of the extremities, so we can shunt the blood more to the gut. Three more for me. We'll come into a Superman pose, so legs are hip distance apart, arms are out long. Tuck your chin, bring your forehead down. As you inhale, just lift the upper half of your body. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck the chin, come down. Inhale up, unfurl the head. And exhale down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. One more. Now keep the upper half down. So I'm going to tuck my chin. I think I'm going to keep my chin lifted so I don't sound so loud in the microphone. But we'll lift the back half of the body. So legs come up on an inhale, float down on an exhale. I'll do a total of 5. I've got 2 more. Really focus on those extensor muscles, the glutes, hamstrings, low back. 1 more. And then release down again. Let everything go. Stay in this shape though. Now next time we're going to lift everything and we'll hold it. But we're going to keep breathing. So on an inhale, chin is tucked, lift everything. Unfurl the head last. Let's hold for 3 more breaths. Nice belly breath. Exhale, hands down by the armpits. Let's sit right back into a child's pose. I'm going to bring my knees wide, hips sit back. And when you're child's pose, bring your arms long and push the mat away. Let that send your hips back and down, finding some space in the low back. Kind of tuck your tailbone here too. Flatten the low back, kind of like we did on our backs at the beginning of the practice. Walk the hands to the right, push the mat away. And then walk the hands to the left. Push the mat away. And find your way to Sukhasana at the top of the mat. Let's bring the right shin forward first. Pause here. And just notice hips should be pretty open. Wiggle around and test that. Let's inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, thumbs to third eye, or you can bring your fingertips to the mat if you need to. Elbows out. Stay here or folding at the hip creases. Float forward and down. Again, fingertips to the mat can help this so you don't strain the low back. And then release into this. Now push the knees down into the floor. That will support your low back as you rise back up. And release the hands. Right leg out long. Keep the left heel towards the pubic bone. I'm going to take the right hand palm up, reach up and over. Swing that arm up, plant the left hand, maybe lift the hips, roll to the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Press into that edge so you get a little inversion of the muscles of the foot. And then float back down. Now I'm going to turn towards, so I'm in a twist, I'm turning towards the right leg. Take the left hand somewhere to the outside of that leg as you fold forward. Drawing left ribs towards the right knee. You can cross the right hand over as well. And unwinding. Let's come into Sukhasana with the left shin in front. Pause and notice, maybe move around in the hips. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, draw the hands in front of the forehead, thumb to the third eye. Now push down into the knees. That will help support the back. So the whole outer leg is pressing down. As you fold forward, then those big leg muscles support the back. Once you get here, you can relax, let go. You could always just bring yourself partially down and support yourself on a block, but find a place for your head. If your forehead comes down easily, do that. Now push the outer legs, the knees, the thighs, the calves into the mat as you come back up. Feel that support in the lumbar spine. Now left leg out long. Keep the right heel towards the pubic bone. Let's take the palm up. Reach up and over with the right. Breathe. Inhale up. Plant that hand. Reach up. Lift the hips. Roll to the pinky toe edge of the left foot and really press. Coming back down, turn towards that leg. Take the left hand somewhere to the outside of the left leg as you twist and fold. You're drawing right ribs towards left knee. Sitting up tall, bring both legs out wide. Upavista Konasana, adjust on the sit bones. And as you lift your hips, roll the toes inward a little bit. You'll bring more space between the sit bones. Keep the toes inward. Dig those heels down and pull them towards you as you fold forward. You can support yourself here, or if you've got the flexibility, you can reach out for your shin or your toes. And once you reach the edge, roll on the heels and turn the toes up. And you can also bring a block to support yourself here. And then help yourself back up. It is time for Shavasana. Let's find our way to our back. Hips are really open now, so as you come down here, maybe take another happy baby. See how that feels now. And you're maybe remembering how it felt when we did our first one this morning. Play around here. Kind of flatten that low back. Then you can lasso the big toes and work to straighten the legs. And play here, a little movement, a little tick-tock, side to side. I'll bring the soles of the feet together. Take your ankles, keep the feet lifted, push the forearms into the calves. Flying Baddha Konasana, really open those hips, then float those feet down, little toes float down to the mat. Keep the knees open. We're kind of right back where we started from, huh? So you can stay here for Shavasana, but this isn't comfortable for everybody, so find your place to be. Remember, you can still support the knees with the blocks if you need to. I like to at least bring my arms overhead. Let it go. Just release, relax. Let the exhale melt the extremities. Soothe the nervous system. Just breathe. If you're still in Supta Baddha Konasana with me, reach down and help the thighs. Lift the knees, bring it back up. Maybe draw the knees in. Some hip circles might feel good. And rock from elbow to elbow now, really focusing on the lumbar spine, on the sacrum, massaging the back. And if you release the legs and just do some circles, you can imagine the face of a clock underneath you and touching each of those numbers. And then roll to your right side, pause. Open the eyes a few times. Reach long with the top leg, press the hands down to the floor and come back up to a seated position. So I think you did a better job this time of getting you through that ladder flow. The problem can come when you throw too many vinyasas in. And then you rely on lifting a leg up and bringing yourself forward, but keeping everything on the correct side. It was just a little too much for my brain. So I hope you enjoyed it. That was a pretty brisk flow today. Let's reach up one more time. Bring the hands together. Exhale, the hands home to the heart. May you have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I will see you Monday morning, 7 a.m. for more yoga. Thanks for joining me. It's always a challenge to figure out where I laid my glasses. I found them.